Ford is now peddling e-bikes. Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. Joining us is Senior Manager of Global Licensing, Tyler Hill. Hi, Tyler.
Hey, good afternoon, Fred. How are you?
Terrific. And people are seeing images of what we're going to be talking about here. You've launched 3 new e-bikes inspired by a couple of your popular vehicles. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so obviously Ford is known for incredible automotive products, and we've been doing this for a very long time, over 100 years. And we're really excited to be expanding ways that people can interact with our brand through a number of different lifestyle categories beyond automotive, right? Everything from video games and interactive to toys and apparel. Ford's licensing business is really about connecting people in authentic ways to those passionate brands. And our newest one is in the micromobility category. And these are e-bikes that are actually inspired by two of our most iconic products, the Ford Mustang and the Ford Bronco. So we have a Bronco e-bike that has a ton of inspiration from the one you see rolling around on the streets. Amazing off-road suspension inspired by our goat goes over any terrain suspension. And then the Mustang, there are two versions. There's the standard Mustang, which everything from tri-bar taillights to infotainment that looks like our infotainment. We also have the 60th anniversary one. That's going to be exclusively available at dealers, at our Ford dealers. But all three kind of come together to infuse all of that exciting passion around those iconic products and put it on two wheels.
And what you do is has to do with licensing and partnerships. So tell us about the partnership that's making this happen.
Yes, so our partner involved in this is a partner called N Plus. They're a leader in cycling technology, specifically on electric cycling. So they do really great work in basically taking all those design cues and brand elements for us and translating them to the electric mobility space. So we've been really happy to work with them. They're extremely collaborative. And we've been obviously very pleased with the way these bikes have turned out. But N Plus has been doing it for a while, and we're excited that we're now finding a partner that is so well experienced and versed in the space that we can go in together.
And these are some high-end bikes with some great specs. Tell us about where pricing is on these and what consumers can expect.
Yeah, so I'll start with the Bronco. The Bronco is going to be the slightly higher priced model, but the Bronco e-bike starts at $4,500 as our MSRP. Customers can actually customize the bike to be painted in 10 additional colors that are tied directly to what you'd see on a Ford build-in price. Things like eruption green, carbonized gray. If they choose to do that, there's an extra charge, but it allows you to tie it exactly to your vehicle or whatever your passion is. But the bikes themselves are really impressive. They can go up to 28 miles per hour. They have up to 60 miles of range, and they can charge in just around 3.5 hours. Obviously, all this is subject to external elements, driving behaviors, and maintenance of the battery. But those are some pretty impressive specs right out the box. We also have some great rubber on these. We have Pirelli tires and running lights, as well as a really neat thing on the Bronco is that motorcycle-inspired seat. It looks great, but it's also extremely comfortable. So we're really happy with the way that turned out. You'll also see a push-button start inspired by our vehicle. And as I mentioned before, the on-screen telematics are very lined up with what you see on our infotainment. Mustangs, in a similar vein, a little more on-road focused, just like our vehicles. The Bronco obviously is built to go off-road. The Mustang sticks to the track. The bikes are the same way. So adrenaline chasers will love the Mustang. It's got a similar battery input, but the tires are much more on-road focused. And you'll see a ton of the design cues from Mustang. I mentioned the tri-bar taillights. They look great in the back. And then you'll also see, of course, the Mustang-specific colors being able to be ordered on this one as well. So pre-orders opened this week. These will be landing in this fall, late October, early November. Our dealers will be selling them, as well as a number of retailers across the country. The bulk of it, though, is being ordered through our DTC channel, which is ford-bikes.com. On that website, you basically can get every bit of information on the bikes, as well as begin the process to order your own in whichever color you prefer.
Terrific. That's ford-bikes.com.
That's correct. ford-bikes.com.
Oh, lots of fun. Tyler Hill, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Absolutely. I hope everyone enjoys the bikes, and thanks for having me.